A Spurs loanee is quickly becoming a fan favourite. Palhinha talks about Thomas Frank's demands, possible Spurs buyer restricts his posts on X, and a message from our new non-executive chairman. Here are your daily Tottenham news headlines. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name's Craig and here are your daily Tottenham news headlines where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. If you're watching on YouTube and are not already as yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. And if you do have a spare moment, please do vote for us at the Football Content Awards 2025. All of the links are below. Okay, let's get into it. TBR football report that Vuskovic has just become the first player in over 5 seasons to win 18 aerial duels in Europe's top 5 leagues, according to SofaScore. The 18-year-old helped his side to keep a clean sheet away at Union Berlin, winning 18 of his 20 duels against the club from the German capital. Last season, the defender netted 7 goals for Westerlo, with the majority of them coming from his ability to dominate in the air. Following his stunning display for HSV, Hamburger Adenblatt have now nicknamed the teenager heir Vuskovic for his dominant ability in the air. Vuskovic occasionally jumps all the way to the stadium roof. It's astonishing how effortlessly he wins every header. He won 19 of his 23 duels. The youngster is quickly becoming a fan's favourite at Hamburg, and Tottenham Hotspur look to have got this loan spot on. And Palhinha has revealed that Thomas Frank has been telling him to get in more advanced positions, which helped him score against Wolves. The 30-year-old now has 3 goals to his name this season, having also scored against Man City and Doncaster Rovers. The midfielder netted a late equaliser against the Midlands club to salvage a point with a wonderful strike from outside the area. Palhinha told Spurs official, "First of all, I feel glad to score these goals, but I think also the coach is demanding sometimes in the game for me to be more inside the box. These goals happen because I'm there. If I'm not too far away from the box, and I tried to get the chances, and today I scored a good goal. But if you ask me if I would change the goal for the victory, for sure I would do it, but it is like this." Palhinha says he loves working with Frank at Tottenham, and his impressive performances continued into the game against Wolves. And when Palhinha was asked about how much he celebrated his goal by taking off his shirt, he said, "Finally, I want to say that I will celebrate every moment of success if it was the first one. The emotion and above all, the passion will always make me live these moments intensely, as I always have." Non-executive chairman Peter Charrington has sent a message to the Spurs fans. It says, "Dear supporter, I wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself to you following my recent appointment as non-executive chairman of this great football club. Many of you have many questions as to what my role entails and what it means in terms of how we run the club moving forward. Firstly, it's important to point out that I'm not entirely new to Spurs. I joined as a non-exec director back in March, and I have therefore already gained an understanding as to what this club is all about. A Europa League victory in Bilbao demonstrated the impact of winning trophies and what it means to our fans both here and around the world. It's something the board and I want you all to experience on many more occasions. I've had the pleasure of knowing the Lewis family for many years and can speak to how passionate Viv, Charlie and the family all are about seeing this club truly reach its full potential. I see my role as non-exec chairman to be about empowering our teams and leadership level and throughout the organisation to deliver on our stated objective of long-term sporting success. Over the last 6 months, I've had the privilege of meeting the many talented people within our club, driving us forward every single day, both on and off the pitch. This includes our head coaches, Thomas and Martin, who have shared with me their drive to develop winning men's and women's teams. My focus is on providing them all with all the necessary tools to create a winning culture, with the aim that this will translate to success on the pitch. In Vinay, we have a CEO who's a fantastic leader and figurehead at our club, and I will support him in delivering on our vision, developing talent within the organisation and ensuring supporters are at the heart of our decision making. In terms of you, our fans, I'm extremely proud of the inclusivity of the Spurs family and how we as a club engage with various supporter groups that make up our rich, diverse global fan base. I'm keen we listen to our fans and understand different perspectives from all sections of our support, and I look forward to meeting with the fan advisory board for the first time in the coming months to learn about what matters to you most. I've attended various games and experienced the special atmosphere our fans create in the stadium firsthand, working with independent groups such as THFC Flags, who designed the incredible TIFO display we saw at last Tuesday's Champions League game with Villarreal. I look forward to sharing many more special occasions like these with you in all the years to come. Peter. And as regards the Bodo game, the squad are training at Hotspur Way this morning. They will then fly to Bodo. Frank will have his press conference at 7:30 p.m. this evening. Kalu Mawani and Solanke are absent again. Bissouma, not in Champions League squad, has returned to training. Takai and Davies are also back. Okay, well, here's my thoughts on all those stories today. Firstly, Luka Vuskovic. I didn't want Luka Vuskovic to go on loan personally, but it seems to be working out very, very well for him. He had a tough game the other week against Harry Kane, but then again, most defenders all over the planet are going to have tough games against Harry Kane, so that's probably not a good test. But, well, it's a good test as far as how good he is as a defender, of course it is, but you know what I mean, to actually grow into the game and get games under his belt and get that confidence going. It really does seem like now Vuskovic is really doing well. Obviously scored a goal last week, and his display, like I say, winning 18 of his 20 duels. Sensational. He's such a young player, and he's only going to get better and better. Huge lad. Of course, he's going to be winning aerial duels, but so young, still going to keep developing physically, mentally, learning the game, and this loan seems to be working out very, very well for Vuskovic and Tottenham. And hopefully, I mean, he could even come back in January, of course, but you'd think our defensive issues at centre-back are going to be sorted by then, perhaps with Dragushin being fit and Takai being fit. So perhaps he's going to be there for the whole season. Wouldn't surprise me if he is. He seems to be doing really well, and this could work out really good for Tottenham. He comes back next season and challenges for a place in that first 11. On Yao Palhinha, 3 goals to his name already as a Spurs player. Great strike against Wolves, saved us from, let's face it, would have been an embarrassing defeat. And he's saying about taking his shirt off. There's 2 sides to this for me. Firstly, if you know you shouldn't be taking your shirt off, you get a yellow card. You saw it with Earick for Liverpool, clearly forgot he'd been booked. Why bother taking your shirt off? I get the the passion of scoring a goal. I totally get that, and I love to see players celebrating goals. Don't matter who it's against, what score it is when they scored. I love to see it, absolutely. But don't take your shirt off and get booked if that means you're going to get sent off. Didn't matter for Palhinha, of course. I'm just pointing that out. It winds me up a bit. It's just one of my things. But yeah, if a player wants to celebrate a goal, just celebrate a goal. What's the point in being in football and playing football if you can't celebrate a goal? It's ridiculous saying he celebrated it. Probably people from other clubs down the road saying celebrated it like a Champions League winner. So what? He scored a goal. He scored a goal and got us a point. I haven't got a problem with it at all. So, yeah, keep celebrating goals, absolutely. The message from Peter Charrington, what can you say about it? It was a good message. Said he's been at the club for a good few months. Non-executive chairman, of course, taken over from Daniel Levy, who was executive chairman. So this guy's just a figurehead at the top of the club. I don't expect to see too much of him. That's going to fall to Vinay Venkatesham, you would think. But he's going to be putting out a message, obviously, to say hello to the fans. So there's not really much you can say about that. I thought it was a decent message, but what can you read into it? Not much at all, really. Just to say that he's here and he's happy to be meeting the fan advisory board and saying what a good job THFC Flags did with the TIFO. And I have to say they did absolutely fantastic. In fact, all of their TIFOs are good. So long may that continue. The last story, and I didn't talk about this with the other stories, reading anything out. But and that's basically because I can't find anything about it to tell you that this 100% happened, but I believe it did. Right? So the American guy who's running this consortium, apparently that's going to put in a bid for Spurs, that's very vocal on social media, seems to tweet a hell of a lot or post a hell of a lot on X and Instagram. His name is Brooklyn Earick. He has now, I went to his account and he's now suspended his own account or made it whatever you do so people can't see their tweets, right? So you can't see it unless you've either already followed him or confirmed subscriber to him or something like that. So I can't see it because I wasn't subscribed to him, didn't follow him. But apparently he reposted something that Sammy Mockbell put out from The Sun. And I don't know what was in that message, but it was something about him being this Earick chap being at Tottenham, being invited to Tottenham and he was there at the weekend, I believe, to look round the stadium or the training facility. So my question would be, if that is true, and I hasten to add, if that is true, then why would Spurs be inviting somebody around to have a look round if there's not something to this story? Interesting. Not going to go into it too much, as I say, because I haven't got much information on it at all. This is just what I've heard, but make of it what you will. If you do have any information on that, please do put it in the comments because I'd be really interested to read. But yeah, really interesting. I don't think this one is going away anytime soon, and I think we'll probably expect more Takeover stuff to come out in the next few weeks. Interesting. But get down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on all those stories today, and as always, come on you Spurs.